Hey folks. Alright, so we're going to be doing a review on another book called The Red Tent. Why am I filming in black and white? Well, let's just say the lighting in this house is not very good, and the lighting on this book with the red letters and the orange background and everything doesn't look good. That's not my opinion, that's the camera. This is going to look bright blue if I film it in color. Anyway, enough BS. Okay. Here's all these quotes and all this stuff. They're all saying, yeah, this book is wonderful, blah, blah, blah. Notice how most of these sources are Jewish. Notice that. I'm Jewish personally, so I have a right to be critical of my own people. Okay? And the goddamn camera's out of focus. There we go. This book, the only people that gave it praise were Israelis or Jews. What is this book about? Well, it shows a woman on the front who's in heat. So, what is this book about? Well, it's about biblical characters whose names I sure as hell cannot pronounce. And it's a fiction, okay? These characters, like Zilpha, here's some of their names here, Zilpha, and all these different people, are only mentioned one time in the Old Testament. One time. And this is a fiction. See, one time in the Old Testament created a 350-page book. Because it's a fiction. They took shit that's mentioned in the Bible and they made a fictional book out of it. And they don't know anything about these people, and there's no archaeological evidence or anything backing these people even existed. So, why would you take this book seriously? Well, you can't. Why is it good? Well, it's an interesting read. Even though the person I'm next to dislikes it. It's an interesting read. You know, a lot of people that were nomads, such as the Israelis at the time, you know, they were nomads, you know. They wandered around the desert for, 40 years or some shit? So, yeah. So, is this book serious, or is it credible? No. But, according to real archaeology and what we know from people that actually do, live in the wilderness, it's an accurate portrayal of people that live in the woods. Like, when you look at this stuff, here's a quote here about people fucking sheep. And there's another one a few pages later. I'm sorry, I probably should have marked this earlier. But there's another passage in here that talks about how, all this is sex. The first 40 pages is just penises and vaginas, and she's giving birth, and they're rubbing on her titties, and all this. It's a fucking disgusting book, okay? It's porn. It's biblical porn. I didn't think such a thing would exist. It does. There's Bible porn, just like how the Pope back in the Middle Ages had a porno bathroom. I think this should be in the bathroom too. So when he's taking a shit in the bathroom looking at his porno pictures, he can look at this too and read it. So when you read how was that? Yeah, you agree. Alright, so tell me, when you read the book, what did you think about it?
I quit reading the book.
At what page?
I don't remember. But about 20 pages of it was enough for me. I thought it was, the person who wrote it should get slapped by their mother. You know, she takes the biblical characters. She takes, Leah and Rachel. Mm-hmm. And she makes them into, they're this competitive breeding machines. And it's, is he going to sleep with me tonight?
Well, in the Old Testament, that is what it said, right?
Well, but...
It did, yeah. You can't debate that.
Yeah, okay.
But the point is
that
the Bible only mentions it one time, but yet they made a goddamn 350-page book out of it. So...
And talking about Jacob's...
yeah, how big his penis was and how long it was. And
how do you don't know these things? You know, tell me it's written down somewhere.
And why would... And the Bible never talks about how long someone's cock is anyway.
I know. I mean, don't you think that's kind of, rude?
Well, shouldn't this book be offending Jewish people?
It should be,
but
they
not.
Loved it.
I showed the quotes in here, people. They love it. They think this book is terrific. They think... Here's some quotes here if you guys apparently are literate. And this is from the Boston Globe. An intense, vivid novel. It is tempting to say that the red tent is what the Bible would be like if it had been written by a woman. So what does that mean? If a woman wrote the Bible, that means it's going to be, as he penetrated her crevice, and thrusted himself in and out of her crevice. Her crevice squeezed him with all of her force as she moaned and stuff. I mean, that's what this fucking thing
That's
says.
basically it.
Yeah. So what? Are you telling me that when women write books, it's all a bunch of sex?
I got the book at the library book sale.
Yeah.
And I was attracted because of the cover. To be all
What?
honest.
Because it's sexual, or the bright colors, or what?
The bright colors, I think. Well,
God, you really do have brain damage.
Well,
Why
no
are you so
kidding.
special? Why are you so special? Like, seriously, you're like, ooh, bright colors. You don't even give a goddamn what the thing is. You're like, ooh, bright colors.
I had armful books.
That's... whatever. Okay, I'm gonna take a book about Aleister Crowley and how he ate human shit and stuff, and I'm gonna paint it bright purple and pink, and you'd be like, ooh, pretty colors. You would buy it, wouldn't you? Oh, up to it, you would.
Possibly, I don't know.
Possibly, yeah, whatever. Well, go on about the book. I'll stop interrupting.
Well, anyway, I thought it was very rude. If that's all you know your husband for is the length of his schlong. And,
Yeah. And why was she hiding under a rock naked? Remember he, jerked off all over her? That was even before that they were married or anything.
Yeah, and
What is all that? What?
They made it sound like all that Jacob did is go around and, that's.
Yeah, and guys, this is there's some really weird content in this book, like people hiding under rocks naked and people jerking off on them and people fucking dead animals, and it's a weird ass book. And the end of it is like all, like this monument to the human genome or whatever. Well, the fact is that Jews make up less than 0.01% of the human population. So for all you people out there, yeah, they fucking own everything. No, they don't. So, it does. I'll read you the part about the human genome.
That's true. One night we looked up who runs major corporations and stuff.
In the United States, it's 1/4 is Jewish.
And 3/4 is Goy, so...
It's Gentiles. Right. 1/4 is Oriental Asiatic people, and the other 2/4 of it is Americans and Europeans that are Caucasians, and they're usually males. So, yeah. And very few of them are women. In fact, less than 5% of businesses are owned by African Americans and women. So, yeah. So okay, just keep talking. I'll find this part I'm talking about here.
So and another thing that bothers me is all this anti-Semitism that's going on.
I'm sorry, this is so blurry all of a sudden. All right, that's better.
Okay, the thing that bothers me is all this anti-Semitism.
Oh, especially around here where we live. My water bill went up, must be them fucking Jews.
They asked me one time, I was in the hospital. I died from lung disease, in case you don't know. That's why, anyway, I was hospitalized probably for pneumonia or something. And I'm in there, and the nurse that admitted me or whatever, where they come in your room and write down
Yeah, we only
stuff.
got a minute.
She comes in there and she asked me what religion I am. I said, I'm Jewish. She said, so? How are we supposed to treat you? I said, like everybody else. But don't bring me any of those little sausages or bacon for breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't eat pork. She's like, and then she had to write it on her little piece
Let me
of
guess, she
paper.
was a Christian, right?
I don't know what she was. If that's what a Christian acts like.
They are, because, you're supposed to be the token Jew, right?
It's just
Hey, tell the stories about how... Stop doing that thing with your arm. Put it down, man. You know how all these churches wanted to convert you? They have the token Jew or whatever?
Yeah.
Well, tell the story. What's all this shit about your hand? You're just so attracted to it.
because of my shoulder and my arm.
Well, whatever. Just tell the story.
Anyway, yeah.
Stay awake, don't fall asleep.
Anybody who's Jewish probably knows the story anyway.
Probably not, but go on.
If you live in Gentile land, then they're all either shocked and act like you have the plague if you say what you are, or they're like, oh, praise Jesus.
Yeah.
I met a Jew today. And they want to be all touchy-feely.
But don't they understand that in the Mishnah that it says that Christ is boiling in a pot of human shit in hell?
Oh, if they knew that, they would hate me.
Why do you think... Lutheranism. The first tenet of Lutheranism is anti-Semitism. So anyway, I'm not going to read the quote here because we don't have any fucking time, but take my word for it. Read the book yourself. You guys have Kindles. You have computers. Go get PDFs. Go illegally buy it. Do whatever the hell you want to do, okay?
Just take it from Mama. It sucks.